Okay, we're at 208. Yeah, we're 208. The Ramah had said that v'lo yochel b'layla rishona ad sheyehei vadei layla. You should not begin eating in the sukkah the first night to be yotzi yechiyuv unless you know it's definitely night. V'yochel kol chatzos, and also you should eat before midnight, similar to the matzah. V'lo yochel bayom mechatzos ve'elech. And also, just as matzah, one doesn't eat after midday. As you don't eat certain foods beyond midday. The Mishnah says midi tagima, right? Whatever that means. There's machlok rishonim. But again, because since it'll take away from your appetite, so you're not going to be able to eat the matzah with an appetite. Similarly, you should not eat beyond chatzos because it'll detract that you won't be able to eat in the sukkah with that appetite. Okay. You know, there was a minhag today, many minhagim, people are so confused. One time there was a minhag, Erev Pesach. Anything that you ate at the Seder, you did not eat before Pesach. Like, if, people, you would eat, no, let's say chrein. I mean, I'm talking about something that's really part of the Seder. So, what's wrong with the kosher Pesach? Horseradish with beets. Because moror is part of the Seder, Erev Pesach you don't eat moror. If you can eat romaine lettuce, although you eat vegetables, Erev Pesach, romaine lettuce you don't eat Erev Pesach. Anything that has, even though it's only matzah, the halacha is only matzah because the matzah is the mitzvah, right? But that was a takeoff of the halacha that we don't eat things that detract from eating the matzah l'te'ava with an appetite. So the minhag was anything else that had to do with the Seder, to make the Seder special, so when you come there, you're involved with a desire. So he's saying same thing. Before you eat, Erev Sukkos, you don't eat to a point where it'll infringe on your appetite. That's in Mishna Berura. Vadei Lailo, the achilas sukkah b'layla rishon hu dumyo, the achilas matzah b'leil Pesach. Right, we have Tesvav, we have the Gzera Shava, Tesvav. The Chsiv Ba be'erev tochlu matzos. Regarding matzah, there's no question. You have to eat when it's nightfall. Why? Because it's be'erev. Dahainu mishetechshach. It's nightfall. Then be'erach bein hashmoshos, vochel kazayis. What a person said, the brocha leisha basukah bein hashmoshos, and he ate a kazayis, so it's a sofik d'oraisa l'chumra. There's a sofik whether you're yotzei. Tzorach lazu lechol kazayis b'laylo. You have to eat another kazayis. Right, because it's a question whether you're yotzei. The brocha is savi brochas lohkel, right? Savi brochas lohkel, you may have been yotzei. Vadai avu birchas leishim sukkah lo yavorach shenis. But the brocha you should not say it again. Why? The savi brochas lohkel. Whenever you're in doubt, one deals with it leniently. Also, he says, as the matzah you eat before midnight, korab chatzos lailo dumira matzah. Debino shiochlenu korab chatzos. Kidemukach sim tov zayin zayin siv alif b'diavad. If you did not eat before midnight, you eat after. Same thing with the matzah, the Seder. Because it's no worse than what? Than eating any other food after midnight, right? Once you pass midnight, then it takes on the status. It's no worse than any other day of Sukkot. All right. So it's interesting. So now, if it's beyond midnight, you can eat. Now, we said before midnight, a kazayis, you say leisha basukah. After midnight, it's not so simple. You're going to be yotzei the mitzvah of, again, it's sofi brachos lohkel. If you eat only a kazayis, normally if you eat a kazayis, one doesn't say leisha basukah. You have to eat more than a beya. So if you eat a kazayis before midnight, which is similar to matzah because it has that intrinsic value, you say leisha basukah. Even though you're not going to eat the beya or more than the beya. But now that you're past midnight, which is a question whether you're going to be yotzei the mitzvah of sukkah, of the achila sukkah, similar to matzah, now when you're fulfilling the mitzvah of sukkah, now what is it? It's the ordinary mitzvah of sukkah. So normally to say leisha sukkah, how much volume do you have to eat? You have to eat more than a beya. So now at the midnight to say leisha basukah, you're going to have to eat more than a beya of the bread. Otherwise, you're not permitted to say leish basukah. So that's the way you should conduct yourself. I mean, usually it doesn't happen. We'll see later. If it's raining, you wait. You wait. So it says you wait till midnight, the first night. Right? So this is where it comes up. We'll see there's a bear loch on this.
So what if you had a bite? You say you made kiddush on the first night, no obligation, it's raining. You went out, made kiddush. You had a bite, less than a kazayas.
Less than a kazayas. So you want a yotze for sure.
Okay.
Less than a beya or less than a kazayas?
So then you go back, you go into the house if it's raining. You have your
No, we'll see them out. You're supposed to eat the kazayas even if it's raining. We'll see. Even if it's raining, the kazayas.
So you have the kazayas, okay.
That's it. You go in the house, you continue the meal.
You just said the yotze, you have to have a kazayas.
No. The person didn't eat till midnight. Didn't eat till midnight. Not because it's right. For whatever reason, his delay starts the Suda after midnight. How much bread does he have to eat? He has to eat. And to say Leisha Basukah, he has to eat more than a beya. Because once...
Yes, you got 3 minutes. Does he have all night?
No, that is lechat. It would be the same thing with lechat chila.
So like the matzah, 3 minutes.
No, but after midnight, it's only a suffix. It's a suffix, right? Matzah to say to eat matzah afterwards. You should also eat it within 3 minutes.
Each portion of matzah should be
No, just the first kazayas. First kazayas should be eaten within 3 minutes. Because even matzah, at the Seder, you eat matzah after midnight. Right? Why are you eating the matzah? You eat because there's a mitzvah to eat matzah the Seder night. But here we're talking because it's a suffix. It's a... Has nothing to... No, because this has to do with the Korban... No. This has to do with the Korban Pesach. According to one opinion, you're not permitted to... You're not Yotze Korban Pesach after midnight. Matzah is linked to the Korban Pesach. So the time period, there it's a halach in Shach B'cho. So therefore, rabbinically, he said you should not delay till after midnight because you may sleep. Here we're talking about on Torah level, it's a question. After midnight, the mitzvah expires. The mitzvah of eating matzah to Seder night because it's linked to the Korban Pesach. According to one opinion, you're calling the Korban Pesach linked to midnight. It's not a question. It's Tosas. There's a question how to paskin. Because of that question, matzah takes on the same status as the... No, it has nothing to do with that. No, nothing whatsoever. 1 second. Michatzos ve'elech. V'achronim hiskimu ledino deinu oser ki mitchila sharavius achatzos hayom. Posik b'chabs ayin shem chol proti dinim amvur shem dvar monim lecho balaylo. Chargam. Okay. There's a bear aloha over here. Yeah, on the Beleo Yom Tov Rishon Chova. I Mishna Berura vu me'aran. Ugedei liyashiv mashetonu kol poskim v'gam b'shabs Yom Tov Chova lechol pas. U'memeilo mitzvah min haTorah lechol basukah. Marvus leilzer lo nafkamino lo hadiso the odom rogel lisanos lo yimachilo b'shabes uktzarlo. Okay, lo yochal. Let's start the second one. V'lo yochal. It says therefore you should not eat before nightfall. What about saying kiddush before nightfall? Right? Seems that you could because that is no different than the ordinary Yom Tov. If you want to have Tosefes Yom Tov, you want to begin Yom Tov early, you can begin Yom Tov early, right? So over here also. You should say kiddush. You should be able to say kiddush before nightfall, because the linkage is only for the matzah. V'chahire kiddush yochel lasses mod yom k'tzas al yayin rotzlom b'diyishte kol hakos mokum suda. But you need kiddush mokum suda, not a problem. So you drink the cup. You drink a revius yayin normally if you're a regular kiddush on Shabbos. You don't need. You're on a grain-free diet, right? So if you drink lechatchila, you're supposed to drink 2 reviusin. 2 volumes of wine, but they have it even one revius. You drink 2.9 ounces, that's Kiddush Makom Suda. Right? You drink it in 2 swallows, one after another, Yotze. You don't have to eat anything else, Yotze Kiddush. Burak ledas HaShulchan Aruch, Dioch lishtos afil revius yain chutz l'sukkah, Because he says the reason is to drink wine, you can even have wine outside the sukkah. The Mechaber said earlier, right? It's only a grain product you're not permitted to eat outside the sukkah. But anything else, wine, meat, fish, fruit, you can eat outside the sukkah. Others argued. But he says, since you're mentioning sukkah, you say leisha basukah and then shechianu. So by saying it too early, you can't say leisha basukah, right? Kiddush you may be able to say in the house because according to Mechaber you're permitted to drink wine in the house. You're not bound to the sukkah to drink wine. But in terms of the order, you say leisha basukah shechianu. So if you can say shechianu in the kiddush, when you can say leisha basukah. So he says, therefore, the right thing is for kiddush to wait until nightfall. To have the right order. Leisha basukah, shechianu. Fizeh sheni. Oh, he says, we switched the order. Well, the second night, das over the yuchal loma zman v'akach sukkah. That you can say shechianu and then leisha basukah afterwards. Yochal lasos kiddush m'bod yom kitzas. V'yom kem gam kein zman. U'birchas hamotzi. The leisha basukah. Yom ha'balayla. And leisha basukah will say afterwards. Because Balayla Rishona, Mash Balayla Rishniya, Muta Lecho, Ben Hashmosik, Shmshum Drabonon. He says it seems from the Ramah, it's a Sveikir Yoma. This Chumrah is only the first night. That you have to only eat and say Kiddush when it's definitely nightfall. Second night, you could be Mekel. So it comes out a tremendous difference. If you want to accept Yom Tif, you want to begin the suit on the second night earlier, it wouldn't be a problem, right? Right? Normally, the second night Yom Tov, normally we begin it early. You say Kiddush early, it's not a problem. She says, from the Ramah, it seems to be that you have to be careful to wait for nightfall is only the first night. Because factually we know the calendar. Near the Sova Pre-Begodim and Mashkos B'Layla Rishona Hainu Beretz Yisrael. He says, however, the Pri Megadim argues, and he says, even though the Ramos is Laila Rishon, because the Ramos is referring to Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael, they only have one night. Second night is Chol HaMoed. But in Chutz Loretz, that we keep the second night as the first night, you should be machal the second night no different than the first night. Okay? He says, because Sphira, why we make al Ben Hashmoshes with Sphira? Because the obligation to count is purely rabbinical. The obligation to sit in the sukkah is d'oraisa. Therefore, even with the Sveika Diyoma, we're mach with the second day no less than the first day. That's always differentiating. Where the whole the basis for the obligation is rabbinical, then we say we deal with it more leniently on the second night. I understand, but the second night rabbinically is you should conduct yourself like they did as if it would be a d'oraisa. Right, secondly, it's definitely rabbinical, right? But you should conduct it as if it would be a doraisa. Yeah, but there won't be a zil because factually you're keeping Yom Tov. That's only Yom Tov for Kiddush. You're treating it like Yom Tov. There's only the aspect of nightfall. There's only regard to nightfall aspect. We'll get there. We're not there yet. We'll get there. Because there's a Gzera Shava, Tesvav, to Matzah. Matzah, you must eat after nightfall. Right? It says, Berev Tochla Matzos. The Seder, you cannot eat matzah, or even any of the Daled Kosas have to be after nightfall, similar to matzah. No. See. Yeah, Shavuos. That's Shavuos.
Bring it in late to make sure that
Tamimos, that it should be a full 49 days. That's correct. Even there, it's not so simple. It's not simple. There's a whole Taz. Because he also discusses, there's a lengthy Taz in Shulchan Aruch. Over there also, it's a halacha in time periods. It's not, so therefore, Tosefes Yom Tif, to be able to bring time in before the actual time happens. So I'll give you an example. And the Taz speaks about it over there. Let's say regarding the laws of Taras Mishpacha, right? A woman has to check herself before she starts counting, right? We was talking about Hefsek Taro. Let's say it's Shabbos, and the community accepted Shabbos early. So it's already, Shabbos began. Could she still do the checking? Because it's already fallen, it's the next day already. It's like nightfall. It's too late. So the Shach says in Shulchan Aruch, one thing has nothing to do with another. Hefsek Tara is dependent. Is it night? In reality, it's not night. Factually, it's not night yet. It's still daytime. They accepted, what the community accepts has no bearing on in terms of what has to do with the question of when actual time is. That's halachic time. This is dependent on what time is. Factually, it's before nightfall. Therefore, she should still do the Hefsek Tara. We're talking about where they accepted Yom Tov before sundown. She still could do the checking. And then she should start counting, her 7 clean days afterwards. So the Taz is the same thing over here. Maybe over here, is it halachic time, or it has to be real time? So we're machmir. Tmimos, you need 49 full days. Therefore, we wait till nightfall. But that's what it's based upon. Right. Right. Nobody says, but what's it based on? What's it based on? Because no. Everybody agrees you can't count before Shkia. Can't count before Shkia. Right. He says you lean it because Bein HaShvosh is a suffix. So suffix rules that it is already nightfall. Therefore, you could count Sphira even before when it's actually, definitely it's nightfall. So he's explaining there the reason why you could be makel, because the obligation to count is rabbinical. Here, the obligation to sit in Sukkah is Doraisa. The second day that we treat it like the first day, that's rabbinical. Therefore, we're more machmir on the second day, although it's rabbinical in terms of conducting like the first day, but in what context, regarding what aspect do we want you to conduct yourself? It's a Torah aspect. It's not a rabbinical aspect. It's rooted in Doraisa. Therefore, machmir, even the second day, Pri Megadim says, you should wait till nightfall to say Kiddush and have the motzi. You can eat as much as you want. No, but you can't say Leisha Basukah after, because it's a question whether you Yotzei. Of course you eat it afterwards. Right, of course you eat it afterwards. No, what does that have to do? Bay is two different things. No. You have to eat anyway, because you have anyway, because you have to eat afikoman. You can eat plenty of matzah. We're talking the oraisa of achilas matzah. Rabbinically, you have to eat much more than a gazayis, right? First, you have to eat 2 gazayis anyway for motzi. Right, exactly. So you can eat more. We're talking about purely on the oraisa itself. It would be no different. It would be same thing. You wouldn't say achilas matzah, because it's a question whether you're being yotzei after midnight. Of course, it's linked to the Korban Pesach. Okay. Yes, as long as this correct, 100%, correct. No, Kiddush, no. The Dalet Kosos have the same status as the matzah itself. It's Dalet Kosos. The Dalet Kosos are one unit of it's one set. It's a set. We look at the Kiddush Pesach night different than the Kiddush of a normal. The Kiddush has to be at nightfall. It would be a suffix. It would be a suffix, right? It's a suffix whether you yotzei. On Kiddush? You want to say Kiddush again because Sav Brachos Lahokim. After Shkia is question whether it's nightfall or Skamia.
The question is, have you fulfilled Kiddush, but maybe you haven't fulfilled the Dalet Kosos? Because there's a difference here. Because Kiddush, you say you always can bring that in early.
Yom Tov, you could always see it, but the Kiddush of Pesach you cannot say before nightfall. That's what they said. The Kiddush of Pesach cannot be brought in before nightfall. That's Kiddush, so that's the first coast.
I understand. That's a
No, but one of the but one is Kiddush. The first kos is Kiddush. So it's not called Kiddush. No, because that's rabbinic. That's rabbinical. Because also, but rabbinically we link it to the matzah. Leishev is linked. No. Leishev is linked to the motzi. To the motzi. Kiddush, we say Kiddush Sukkos. You could say before. No, you could say before nightfall. That's what he says. Even before nightfall. He said that's a problem. That's what he said. That's a problem. If it's going to be after Shkia, before nightfall, you can say Shechiara, and you're going to have to say Leisha Basukkah later. You couldn't say Leisha Basukkah. It's too early to say Leisha Basukkah. Okay, that's what we'll get there. Because the first night, the Shechiara goes back on both, on the mitzvah and all the... We wanted to cover everything. The second night, we said it on the building of the sukkah. So therefore, the sukkah. Right, exactly. The first night and second night. Right. The Pri Megadim, he cites the Pri Megadim, says we don't differentiate the first night and the second night. It's never midnight. It's not 12 o'clock on the clock. No, it shows manios. That's what they always tell you. They tell you that the Seder, one or a few minutes after before 1, you have to make sure to eat afikoman. Okay.